What's up, fight fans? We are back at it with another edition here at Round One Sports TV. I am your host, Edwin. Where do all fights start? Round one. So we got a lot of fights going on right now. A lot of fights popping off, man. A lot of fights that just concluded. You know, whatever you're into, whether you're into boxing or the UFC, all kinds of fights are going on right now in combat sports. We got Roberto Ramirez on the top ranked card. He's warming up in the locker room. Um, we have a lot to talk about. Navarrete. We got Liam Paro in Puerto Rico. I just witnessed an upset. Jaleel Hackett. How do you guys feel about that fight? We got all that and more. So why don't you tune in with us? Please give this video a like, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and like always, let's get right into this video. Well, there's a lot of fights going on right now, like basically simultaneously right now. Um, but we got a lot to break down here. So let me just finish getting set up here, and we can talk about these fights. How you guys doing out there tonight? How you guys like the fight so far? Wow, my title didn't change. Let's correct that right now. Wow. All right. Maybe my title here is oh no. Wait, get that out of here. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, I changed the title. I just caught that. It looks like on mine it's the same, but I'm not sure. Wait a minute. Uh, let's see here. Correct. Okay. Very good. All right. So that's good. Oh, the fight got stopped. Okay. Okay. He stopped him, huh? Dominguez? What happened here? Let's check this out. Let me know where you tuning in
That was
from.
a vicious body shot
This
with
is
the right
body shot,
hand.
huh?
A vicious body shot. You see Ramirez right now still sitting on the stool right now. And Robert Garcia knows that taking on his fourth fight is a tip. We're going to take 2 looks at the first knockout and 3 looks at that vicious right.
Ooh, good uppercut right up the middle there. Oh, he had him all kinds of trouble. Ain't this Dominican fighter that fought Rolly, right? Richard Hitchison right now, warming up in the locker room, ready for the Liam Paro fight. Oh, good shot. He knocked it right out of here. Out of him. You can see it. Oh, wow. How you guys doing out there? Let me check the chat right now. Yeah, let me pull them up. I don't even see them. What's up, guys? How you guys doing in the building? Thank you for tuning in here around with Sports Talk. Let's watch these fights. We're gonna get these predictions in. We're gonna get these names down. We're gonna find out who can call these fights, and be the Notre Dame's world champion here at Round One Sports TV. So you know how we do it. We got the black book. We're gonna take names down in a second. We do all main events here, and we see if we can test your boxing knowledge and your boxing skills to see if you're the one that can call these fights. So anyway, we have future past fights. That's not important. What's important now is that the Notre Dame's world title is on the line, and I expect to win it. Oh no! Here goes Armando, a member, VIP member here at Round One Sports Talk. Give it up for my man Armando, really supporting the channel. Thank you. Now, as you guys are starting to roll up in the building, you know, and the fights, we're getting closer to these fights. So we're gonna start talking about these fights, man. Look, uh, I've already seen some iffy scorecards tonight. I've been going back and forth watching fights, here and there. And yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Let me read some of your comments here. Let me get in front of the comments today. We got Carlos. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Salud. Did you hear that now say that he was to fight in the U.S. in 2005? Yeah, yeah, I saw that. I saw his interview in yeah, in a way, and we could talk about that in a little while too, or we could talk about it now, leading up into these fights. Naoya, in a way, he did confirm it. He did. He said, "I'm going to see you guys in America in 2025." So I believe that that's him and his Bob Arum and his team's plan. So whatever opponent they're gonna put in front of them, I believe that 2025 is gonna be one of the years that we're gonna see Naoya Inoue in America. He's coming to America like Eddie Murphy, and let me tell you something right now. That man means business. So I'm excited for that, but I'm also excited for his fight coming up December 24th against Sam Goodman. Um, I expect Naoya Inoue to be his best, and I expect him to do Naoya Inoue shit. That's all I expect from him. I expect him to go out there and show complete domination and give me that oh wow moment, oh wow, oh shit moment, and that's what I expect from him. That's where he has me. That's what he has me as a fan. That's how he has me spoiled. Um, because that's what kind of fighter he made himself to be, and that's what it is for me. So let me answer some of your other questions front line. How you doing in the building, fam? How you doing, chat family out there? Everybody, don't forget to hit that like button as you come into the building. I can see Liam Paro right now getting ready to enter the ring. He's backstage right now, walking around, hitting the mitts. Let's see how the Puerto Rican fans embrace him. Richard Hitchison has the Puerto Rican flag on the side of his trunks. Both men wearing the colors, playing off the crowd, which is it would shows respect. Shows respect. I like that. I like that. A lot of past fighters have gone into enemy territory. In this case, ironically, there's no Puerto Rican fighter fighting in the main event. So both fighters are showing Puerto Rican pride for the island and allowing them to have this such a fight on their island, and the island take them in as fighters and to witness a great fight. So in that sense, but sometimes it's typically, the fighter going into another, and one of the fighters in particular most famous is Floyd Mayweather, when he would wear the Mexican trunks when fighting against a Mexican fighter to get the Mexican fan base as well. A lot of fighters have shown respect, and I think that both fighters in this case right here are showing a lot of respect for the island and for the fans. And I hope they give a great fight out there in Puerto Rico. May the best man win. So let's go down here. Armando, absolutely, baby. You know how it is. That's my man right there. One of my biggest supporters right there. He's always in the live stream. He's always showing the love. Thank you, Armando, for everything you do. Um, and we have a lot of fights right now. So wait, let me turn that down because it's probably cutting off my audio, wasn't it? Probably it was like breaking it up or something. Because there's a button that will allow that to flow. I just don't know where it is. Yeah, but they're paying tribute to a fallen fighter right now. I just noticed that right now. So, moment of silence. Wow, he was young, 1977. He's not even 50 years old. Wow, he was young. He was young. Wow, that's unfortunate. Liam Paro and Richard Hitchison are getting in the ring. Richard Hitchison is bouncing around the ring right now, showing a lot of confidence, showing respect to the opposing team, giving them daps. And it's about to go down in Puerto Rico right now. It is about to go down. All right, listen, you guys, let's get it in. Who do you got? Liam Paul, Richard Hitchens. This is the main event. Was I sleeping? Yes, I was. I was sleeping. Hurry up. Who do you got? I got Liam Paro knocking out Richard Hitchison, and I'm gonna say he stops him in the 10th. I got Liam Paro. I got Liam knocking him out 10th round. For the Notre Dame's world title. Let's go. This is a main event right here. Get your predictions in. Let's get it in right now. And I'm going first. I'm gonna show you guys that I'm going first on this one. All right. I got Liam Paro, 10th round. He gonna knock him out. I'm gonna become the Notre Dame's world champion here today at round one. Listen, you guys heard it first. You know what it is. Who you got? Paro, unanimous decision, front line? That's a good pick. That's a good pick. It's not going to go to the, we're not going to need a scorecard today. Not on this one. We ain't going to the scorecard today, okay? Unanimous decision? All right. Carlos said Paro, 8th round stoppage. Carlos. Come on, get it in, get it in. Stop it. Why you guys playing around? Get these picks in. Who you got? I got Liam Paro, 10th round knockout. Frontline got unanimous decision, and Carlos got 8th round knockout. Where's Armando? Where's Armando? Let's get these picks in. I'm going with Richard Hitchison, unanimous decision. Armando got Richard Hitchison, unanimous decision. Peculiar. Yeah, in America, that's what I was thinking. Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatoni, because I've been reporting to you guys, right? And I've been saying this for a while, that off that article, that the COO of Top Rank issued that he was trying to get the Tokyo Arena, and the two names for 2025 was Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatoni. And I thought that would be, but that was for the Tokyo. And then you guys is like Junto in America. That's not the Tokyo Arena. You know what I'm saying? But those names had came up. And the thing is that report came out after Bob Arum had already gotten in the ring and announced that Naoya Inoue was going to come to America in 2025. You know what I'm saying? So, like we all know, in boxing, shit's subject to change. We know this. You know what I mean? So now Roberto Ramirez and Espinoza is getting ready. Since that other fight got stopped early, there's gonna be a break in between that action. So typically what's gonna end up happening is we're gonna be somewhere around the 4th, 5th round with the Liam Parr and Richard Hitchison, and we're gonna be going into the Roberto fight. Okay. So that's typically how it's gonna happen. Yeah, you got Richard Hitchison. Yeah, unanimous decision. I saw that. Yeah, Armando. Yeah, I want many ones. Pyro 9th round? Glenn? What was that? Pyro 9th round? Get the Pyro. Liam. Talk is cheap. Here we go. Read my pick. Armando said. Armando, you got Richard Hitchison, unanimous decision. That's who you got, right, Armando? I Yo, Truth, get your pick in real quick. Richard Hitchison or Liam Paro? What round? 12th round? Unanimous decision, split decision, majority decision? Get your pick in real quick. Give me a pick. Who do you got winning in this fight versus Liam Paro versus Richard Hitchison? Come on. Because I got Liam Paro, 10th round knockout. Frontline got unanimous decision. Carlos got Paro, 8th round knockout. Armando got Richard Hitchison, unanimous decision, and Glenn got Liam Paro, 9th round knockout. How did Hackett lose? Uh, um, it was just a close fight. It was a close fight. I thought he won the fight, actually. When I walked away from at the end, I thought he was in control of the fight. I didn't see him losing this fight at all. I saw the other guy coming on at a little bit in the later rounds, but Jaleel Hatchet had did the majority better of the work. He was pushing the action, everything throughout the early rounds. I'm a little confused. I gotta go back and watch that fight again. I admit I got up at the end of it and walked away. Paro just started with Richard Hitchison in Puerto Rico right now. First round has started. Paro's putting a lot of pressure on Richard Hitchison. Richard Hitchison got his back against the ropes right now, and he's basically just feeling out Paro, ducking underneath a couple of shots. They tie up. The referee splits him up. Paro is taking the center of the ring right now. Richard Hitchison is popping the jab. Paro is working a lot of feints right now. And he's got a lot of movement. He's trying to work his jab, whether he's going to go upstairs or downstairs. Richard Hitchison is staying very calm and composed. You could see that he's not biting on a lot of Paro's feints or what he's doing with his jab, moving it. He's staying stationary. He's not doing a lot of movement. Richard Hitchison is it looks like he's just making reads. This is the first round, so it's a lot of feel out process right now. So Paro starting off, getting a fast start right now, changing levels, going upstairs, downstairs. And I like Paro's foot movement. I don't think that people really have given him a lot of credit for his footwork. But he moves, he's got that jab up and down, giving a lot to Richard Hitchison to think about. Richard Hitchison ties up right now. The referee needs to split him up, and he does. Richard Hitchison is right now. It's the first round. He's calm, he's composed in this fight so far. He hasn't really opened up for the most part. Liam Paro's the one leading the action. Seems to have a little bit of tape unraveling from his glove right now. The referee probably halt the action in a minute, or they'll let the round conclude. Richard Hitchison looks a little timid for me. He hasn't really, you know, brought the fight to Liam Paro so far. Uh, you know, like I said, it's a first round. You're gonna collect information, and I expect the fight to break out third, fourth round. That's where I expect the fight to break out. Uh, Liam Paul right now, he's doing a lot of good work. He's getting some reactions from Richard Hitchison right now. He's just flicking out the jab right now, going upstairs, downstairs, and then shooting the right hand down. Sometimes Liam Paro, I would like him to, I mean, the left hand, he's shooting the left hand straight down, but sometimes I would like him to just shoot the straight left, straight down to see how Richard Hitchison responds. So that ends the first round. I like that round so far. It was you know, um, I'm not Richard Hitchison. I don't know what he's thinking right now, but I would imagine that he's taking down some information right now from Liam Paro. Liam Paro did work fast in that round. I believe that Liam Paro would give that round to him. So it's 1-0 Liam Paro right now out in Puerto Rico in San Juan. As I look over to the other screen and I see the upcoming fight, that Navarrete card getting ready to really kick off with the co-main event and so forth. Richard Hitchison, they just showing on the highlight here, he snuck a little shot on Liam Paro, but I still think that Liam Paro won the fight. One shot didn't win him that round. So back to round two right now, and Richard Hitchison is just, he's in this high guard and he's throwing a single punch. He hasn't yet put any combinations together. Um, I would like him to try to put the combinations more together. You can see that Liam Paro is the more of the aggressor of these two men right now. Um, really circling around Richard Hitchison, flickering out the jab, and he's got Richard Hitchison reacting to some of his feints. Um, you know, Liam Paro has to do some level changes right now to really, I think, create openings for himself. He's 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 circling to the same side right now, and I would like to work for him to work off his right-handed jab, and then Richard Hitchison just hit him with a good straight right, straight down the pike, stopping him from coming in. Which I was gonna say that I wanted Liam Paro to test him, and in that sequence, he did test him, and Richard Hitchison responded. So Richard Hitchison right now is, which I think a little bit too relaxed in this fight. I like his, his composure in the fight. He's trying to allow Liam Paro to bring the fight to him, and I think he wants to be more of a counter puncher in this fight. Problem is, Liam Paro is slightly faster, I believe, than what he thinks. So Liam Paro's getting away with some things that I don't think Richard Hitchison thought he would. Um, and I think that Richard Hitchison, and right now, what he's missing is the jab. He's missing the jab right now. And he's really not utilizing his jab as much as Liam Paro is right now. And Liam Paro is switching up levels with his attack too. Right now, it's mainly been headhunting right now, and for both men. But out of the two fighters, Liam Paro is the one that's going downstairs to the body more, from what I'm seeing. There he goes again. Couple body shots out of Liam Paro. And I believe right there, right now, it's 2-0 right now, Liam Paro. Richard Hitchison just went like this to himself, and I'm not sure if he got to see what he wants. Like I said, I believe that the fight's gonna break out third, fourth round. That's when the fight should break out. Um, Richard Hitchison has to understand he cannot stay in this same gear the entire fight. He's gonna have to get out of this gear and kick it up. So if he expects to win this fight and walk out of Puerto Rico with that IBF World Championship, he's going to have to do something more than what he's doing right now. Because as far as I'm concerned right now, it's 2-0 Liam Paro. Like I said, look at that right there where they just show the highlight. That was where he caught him, where I said he answered my question in that, and that was the one shot. But still, throughout the entire round, I felt that Liam Paro did the better of the work out of the two. Yes, I feel that way. And here we go. We're going into the third round. And once again, Liam Paro starting off fast, really moving around his jab hand, his right hand, moving in a circular motion, trying to give Richard Hitchison a lot to think about. Richard Hitchison is kind of like confining and letting Liam Paro work and trying to be, to counter him. But like I said, I think this is a case where that I don't think he thinks Liam Paro was as fast as he thought he was. As you can see right now, Liam Paro just came over the top and snapped him behind his jab. I believe that Richard Hitchison right now has to start taking a little bit more chances in this fight. He's going to have to start showing that he's there to fight. He's really not stepping to Liam Paro at all, I feel. Liam Paro is the one that being the more the aggressor going forward and bringing the fight to Richard Hitchison. Right now, Liam Paro is just stalking Richard Hitchison. Richard Hitchison circling out. They're squaring up again, but Liam Paro has him going towards the ropes. And Liam Paro is the one that's moving, trying to create openings, trying to create things in the fight because as I can see right now, Richard Hitchison ain't doing, not too much in the fight. He's just stationary, throwing one punch at a time. not really creating any situations, not cutting corners, not utilizing his jab. His, Richard Hitchison cannot fight like this entire fight. But let's see where the fight ends up. It's still early in the fight. I'm not counting Richard Hitchison out. I've seen fights like this many of times start off this way. Fighters, not really opening up in the first half of the fight, but really closing it at the second part of the fight. So let's see where this ends up. Richard Hitchison snaps the jab. Leonpardo switches up, goes downstairs, goes upstairs, shoots that straight right, straight down. Boom. Now it left. Oh, they got tripped up there a little bit. Leonpardo hit him. Was that a trip or was that a good shot? I want to see the replay on that. Paro's acting like he hit him with a big shot and he's putting a lot of pressure on Richard Hitchison. And Richard Hitchison, once again, just flicks one shot out there. Paro's moving his head. He's on the ball of his feet. He's fighting like he wants to stay champion. And Richard Hitchison is not fighting yet like he wants to become the new champion. This is where Richard Hitchison is going to have to really decide what he's going to want to do in this fight. Because I'm not an official scorecard, judge in the fight, but I believe it's 3-0 right now, Leonpardo. What do you think it is right now in the fight? If you're watching this fight, let me know what you think. You agree? Paro's up all rounds, Glenn. Man, listen, Paro's pitching a shutout right now. He really is. He's pitching a shutout. It's 3-0 right now. What's funny is they're not even showing any of Paro's good works in the highlight. They've been showing Richard Hitchison's one-shot punches in the highlights, which ironically I find that's why I don't got no volume on them. As you can see, I can't hear, or you can't even hear anything of the fight. I'm just calling the fight what I see, right? So I have no idea what they're saying in these fights. But I'm telling you right now, Richard Hitchison needs to get a little bit more anxious in this fight and start fighting like he wants to walk out of Puerto Rico with that world championship. Because Leonpardo definitely he's showing that he's the champion and he's here to fight. Once again, he starts off fast in this round right here. He quickly takes the center of the ring, quickly pushing Richard Hitchison back once again. And if the fight continues like this, I don't see Richard Hitchison being very successful in this fight. Not at all. I'm just saying. Good shot. Once again, he just got to work. He just got to keep, he's got to, he's got to get more, just a little bit more anxious. Leonpardo is just outworking him, I think. He's moving around better. Richard Hitchison, he's like, he thinks that Leonpardo's just going to walk into his right. Leonpardo's getting a little bit frustrated that Richard Hitchison is not moving in. And Leonpardo has to stay alert. I have to admit, he has to stay alert. If you're winning the fight, take it for there because this guy is not coming in either. And he just caught Leonpardo with a good shot straight down the pike right there. But at the same time, nice, good. Went downstairs to the body, Leonpardo. Come on, ref, get out the way. Let him fight. Good jab by Richard Hitchison, but he's going to need more of that. He's going to need to, he hasn't really put together too many combinations, have I seen, I can't remember the last time he put together a 3-piece, 4-piece combination. When's the last time you saw Richard Hitchison put together anything like that? He looks a little timid right now. And this is where I thought that the fight should start breaking out right here. Where that I feel that his body would be warmed up more in the fight. He wouldn't be cold. And Liam Paro is just really outworking him. But Liam Paro is coming in aggressively. He's got to watch that. That there goes that round. I don't know how you guys see it. I got it 4-0 right now. I got it 4-0. Richard Hitchison is gave away the first 4 rounds of this fight. He really hasn't done much fighting at all. He did more talking leading up into the fight than he's doing right now in the ring. For as much as he talked about how he was gonna break Liam Paro, Liam Paro seems to be walking away with this fight, and Richard Hitchison is gonna have to do something to start turning this fight around. I don't suggest to give too many fights so that you can put yourself behind the 8 ball so much that you start feeling that you're gonna need a knockout in order to win. You don't want to be there in a fight. If the knockout comes, it comes. But Richard Hitchison needs to start winning some of these rounds. I don't know about you guys, but I don't see him winning any of these rounds so far. And Liam Paro once again starts moving around, going to the body. He's starting off fast, once again, putting a lot of pressure on Richard Hitchison. Richard Hitchison right now, once again, he's starting to just flick out his jab and trying to go over the top on Liam Paro, but he just put together a 1-2 and another 1-2 straight down, but missed both of them. Liam Paro slipped both punches. And once again, Liam Paro's back to work. Rich Hitchison is throwing a lot more straight punches. He missed a couple, but I like how he's at least letting his hands go a little bit more this round. Liam Paro is starting to stock, putting a lot of pressure going into the high guard and trying to get a reaction out of Richard Hitchison. Richard Hitchison didn't give him anything. He's setting back. And Liam Paro is fighting off the front foot, going forward, going forward. He's got Richard Hitchison like edging backwards, and Richard Hitchison sits down on a punch and comes back and hits Liam Paro on the side of the head, and they square off in the center of the ring. Liam Paro comes back and hits him on the side of the head and changes up and goes downstairs to the body. Richardson right now flicks the jab, and they start circling each other, both men looking at each other, and both men looking to set up their offense. Liam Paro comes in with an off balance shot. Richardson backs up right now and shoots out his jab. Richardson looking at Liam Paro. Liam Paro flicks out the jab and really bouncing on the balls of his feet. Hitchison is just circling around, throwing the 1-2, and Liam Paro comes back with a straight right across his chin. Liam Paro just flicking out the right jab, and Richardson trying to counter over. This is righty versus lefty right here in San Juan, Puerto Rico, where the IBF championship title is on the line. And Liam Paro is fighting like a champion right now, like he wants to retain the championship. Richard Hitchison has to really start giving him something to think about. And they exchange big in the middle of the center of the ring. Liam Paro right now is still flicking out the jab and circling out to the right. Right down Richard. Oh, Richard Hitchison is not phased by Liam Paro right now, and he's starting to circle out. I wish he did more work right now, and they tie up. The referee has to come in between them and break them up. Liam Paro's hopping off the balls of his feet. And once again, circling around Richardson, flicking out the jab. Richard Hitchison misses with the 1-2. Liam Paro gets back, recenters himself, bouncing off the balls of his feet. And Richard Hitchison has to do something to give the fans a little bit more and the judges a little bit more. And Liam Paro's coming forward right now. And the round is over. I'm not sure I give that round to Richard Hitchison either. Not sure. Hmm. This is not going too well for the American out in Puerto Rico. The Australian fighter right now seems to be in complete control, and the American fighter seems to be a little bit behind. Doesn't look like Richard Hitchison is really turning it up that second gear. And every time he seems to be wanting to make that move, Liam Paro is shutting him down. That's what I'm seeing right now. It seems like Richard Hitchison knows he's down. I think he knows he has to do something. But you shouldn't have to fight like that in order to come back in the fight. But let's see what happens. Both men take the center of the ring. Liam Paro's flicking out his right jab. Richard Hitchison is circling out to his left, to his right. And Richard Hitchison is just waiting a little bit too much. Liam Paro's coming in. Straight right, straight left, straight down. Richard Hitchison, they stumbled up. They tied up a little bit. Square. Oh, nice. 1-2 straight down the pipe by Richard Hitchison. Liam Paro shells up, flicking out his right jab. Richard Hitchison seems to be just a slight step behind Liam Paro, where you can see where that there's levels to this, right? We talk about levels in boxing. I believe Richard Hitchison is a level just beneath Liam Paro, and Liam Paro is showing that he is just that much better than Richard Hitchison. Richard Hitchison is thrown out a combination, but hit nothing but air. He can't even catch up to Liam Paro right now. Liam Paro is switching it up, going downstairs to the body, going upstairs, and just flicking out that jab right now. He's really got Richard Hitchison thinking right now. Richard Hitchison, he's just watching him. He's watching Liam Paro. He's not really creating anything. He's not working off his jab. He's waiting a little bit too much. And when Liam Paro's taking time in the round off, Richard Hitchison is not making reads. Now Liam Paro comes up forward, swings big, but misses. They clinch up, go against the rope. The referee needs to break him up. Richardson is going to have to start fighting a little bit better. This Australian fighter right now is outworking him. He's out fighting him. Nice straight right down for Richard Hitchison right now. Liam Paro circles out. They get to the middle of the ring. Liam Paro, he's still bouncing on the balls of his feet. Richard Hitchison's more flat-footed, circling around. To me, he's definitely not fighting like he wants to be the IBF champion of the world. I'm sorry, unfortunately. I think he's just waiting a little too much. Liam Paro right now is really taking control of this fight. Where are we right now? What is this, the fifth? Right? I can't even see the round. It's really small. But Liam Paro's just stalking him. He's just stalking him. And Richardson, he's got a box. He's got a box. Look at this little flicking jab thing. It's not scoring points, and it's not doing anything, and it's not creating anything for you because you're not working off of it. He's watching Liam Paro a little too much, and that concludes that round 2. Bro, Richard Hitchison, I don't know, guys. Have you guys seen him win a round? Am I watching a different fight? Am I watching a different fight? At what round, if any round, have you given to Richard Hitchison out there in Puerto Rico right now? If any round. Liam Paro's walking away with this fight right now. Unless Richard Hitchison knocks him out, he's walking away with this fight. And you see how they keep showing like Richard Hitchison's highlights when he connects Paro? You notice how they're just showing like him connecting Paro, right? Is it me? Or they just showing Richard Hitchison connect Paro, but what we're watching, I'm watching this fight right here, right now. And they're showing Richard Hitchison bang on Paro like he's winning this fight. I don't know what they're saying, but I'm just seeing the highlights. And they're not showing Paro's work. I'm just saying. All right. Paul right now is just like trying to work it his way in. He hasn't really landed anything. Good shot. Hitchison snapped his head back. Paro hit a shot. Paro hasn't really hit anything, but he's more of the active of the fighters, and he seems to be the one going forward more. He is slipping Richard Hitchison's punches, so I'm being more cautious about to see where is it that Richard Hitchison is hitting on him better in the cleaner shots, and how much of this Liam Paro work that he's putting in is actually a little bit effective. What is he really landing? Right? Okay. So both men, they're throwing their shots. No one has really landed so much. I think the tape in Liam Paro's glove, yes, it is. I knew it. They were gonna come and they needed to put that up right there. Yeah. They're gonna put the tape on the glove. So okay, yeah. Now I just wanna just pay more attention to the kind of shots that Liam Paro's landing versus the shots that Richard Hitchison is landing. And see if they're looking at it like Richard Hitchison is hitting the bigger of the shots. He just threw a nice 1-2 straight down the pipe. Richard Hitchison, Liam Paro flicks out the jab, not really hitting anything. Richard Hitchison throws another 1-2, but hits nothing but air. Liam Paro hits one to the chest, and they're at the center of the ring. Liam Paro's bouncing off the ball of fit on his feet, flicking the jab, throwing a couple feints, still on the bouncing off his feet. Richard Hitchison moves, evades a couple shots, and Paro and him are circling in the center of the ring right now. Paro's moving side to side. Richard Hitchison is just watching them. And they both send a nice shot by Richard Hitchison over the top to Liam Paro. Liam Paro answers back, hits another shot, but Richard Hitchison goes downstairs to the body, flicks the jab. Paro's neck goes back. Richard Hitchison circles back. Liam Paro's trying to come in. Boom, boom. Liam Paro missed. Richard Hitchison hits him with a shot, evades two shots, moves over. Richard Hitchison circles up. Seems to be having a better round this round right here. And Liam Paro seems to be getting caught a little bit more than what he did in previous rounds, from what I was watching. And Richard Hitchison is circling out right now. Richard Hitchison just threw a straight right, straight down. And for the first time, I think that Richard Hitchison just won a round right now. I think he just won a round. Look at Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga, I heard, has a fight card coming up right now. And the co-main event is being announced. I'm not too sure if that's true or not. I was gonna, announce what it is, but let me look more into that before I say anything. I don't know what Edgar Berlanga's saying, but let me know because I can't hear him. But I'm pretty sure he's talking about some opponent or somebody coming up. Now, both yo, what's going on with this top rank fight? With do I gotta click off of this? Has this started somewhere or something? Wow, come on, Richard Hitchison, you got to really oh, Richard Hitchison caught um Liam Paro coming in. Good. Liam Paro's starting to flick, but Liam Paro hasn't really landed anything significant yet. Richard Hitchison is flicking out that jab, and he's it's only been one or two punches, but he's catching Liam Paro coming in, and Liam Paro is like reaching now. He's reaching. Richard Hitchison can capitalize on this, but he has to move accordingly. Um, Liam Paro is still doing good work Oh, nice shot by Richard Hitchison straight. Liam Paro is off balance there a little bit. Wait a minute, this Navarrete fight must be going on, and I must not be clicked in here or something. Oh, I guess it's not. They're gonna start. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, Richard Hitchison is fighting right now with Liam Paro out here in Puerto Rico. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Richard Hitchison is being a little bit more patient, right? And I think that he's already been patient enough. So he needs to like nice check hook. He just snapped on Liam Paro's side of his head right there. And Richard Hitchison is fighting a better fight in these rounds right here. Liam Paro is working, but he's not really landing anything. He's throwing a lot of punches, Liam Paro, yes. But Richard Hitchison is rolling with a lot of these punches. He's slipping a lot of these punches right now. He's slipping a lot more of these punches than he was in earlier rounds. And there goes the round right there. What do you guys think about that round right there in particular? Okay. Let me set this up over here. See if I can get this. Okay. Really? Okay. I'm waiting for this Navarrete card to kick off. I thought he started thinking that I didn't and this fight still right here. Look, Richard Hitchison, right now doing good work right now, keeping Liam Paro at bay for the most part. These last few rounds have been pretty close. Um, Richard Hitchison right now is like really he just stung Liam Paro right now with a nice straight 1-2 straight down, and I saw Liam Paro go back on the ropes. And Richard Hitchison is starting to find his range now better, and I think he's hit Liam Paro with some big shots, but he has to do it a little bit more frequent. I want him to be a little bit, showing or at least score a knockdown. He can score a knockdown that would definitely really, put Liam Paro in more of a hurry up position and thinking that maybe the fight is slipping away from him. You know, um, he'll have more desperation in the fight, and you can create more opportunities off a desperate man. So that would be really good for Richard Hitchison if he was able to knock down Liam Paro, because it would really like put him in a place in the fight where I think that he would even come in even more. And the style of the fight that Richard Hitchison is fighting right now is more he's trying to counter off of Liam Paro. And he's trying to catch him coming in. Liam Paro being a little bit I don't know why he's fighting a more desperate man's fight when he was winning the majority of the first rounds. He could have stood on the outside and just let if Richard Hedgeson didn't come in, then don't come in. Most of the action that Richard Hedgeson has been getting right now is because Paro is darting in, and Richard Hedgeson is timing him well and having success. And he's really showing, like right now, they just went into a little jab battle right here. Liam Paro seemed to get the last of the exchange on that jab battle. They circle out. Richard Hitchison tries to throw a little bit of right over the top. I think that Richard Hitchison won that round. Now, uh, as the rounds and the fight starts to play out and go into the deeper later rounds, Richard Hitchison, I think, is landing the more of the effective punches. I think Liam Paro is giving the impression that he's doing the better work, but in actuality, in these last few rounds, he has not been doing the better work. Richard Hedgeson has been hitting him with the more solid and more cleaner of the punches. And now this is where we start to see. I spoke about this in the first half of the round. Let's see where this fight ends up and where it plays out to be. And Richard Hitchison right there, they just showed the highlight. He hit him with a nice straight 1-2 straight down. And if Liam Paro right now wants to remain champion, he's going to have to really close this fight right here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. So let's see what happens right here. Richard Hitchison starts off with a nice shot on Liam Paro's chin, right over the top, real quick. Come on, both guys got to start working right here. Liam Paro's starting to like bounce on his toes, looking at Richard Hitchison just circling his fists around. And Richard Hitchison is just like waiting for him a little bit. He popped out the jab. And Paro right now has to like really show that, you know, he's the champion in this ring right now here tonight. Um, I believe that he has to give Richard Hitchison a little bit more than what he's giving him right now. Yeah, well, we if we want to see Subriel against this guy in there soon, he needs to retain this world championship because you know he's got to make sure that he closes the show and he fights like a champion here at the closing part of this round right here too as well. Because as it looks right now, Richard Hitchison is starting to edge his way back into this fight. So yeah, nice, nice. Richard Hitchison just stood his ground right there, threw a nice 1-2 right there. Liam Paro's coming in for the attack. Liam Paro showing a little bit more aggressive, moving his head down away from the side of the line, using his jab, and he throws the straight left, straight down. Liam Paro is trying to like work off his jab, but Richard Hitchison just caught him with a nice 1-2 straight down the middle. And Richard Hitchison is fighting tall right now, and Liam Paro is bending his knees coming in, and I think he's trying to set him up for that left check hook, but he just caught Paro coming in again, snap Paro's head back, they tie up, and the referee needs to get in there and break them both up, and he does. Richardson backs up, circles out. Paro is definitely um being the one that's going forward. Yes, he is. But I've noticed of late, he's not really landed anything so effective Richard Hitchison is like right here. He's throwing that straight right, and he's showing that. Well, anyway, I think that Liam Paro's allowing him to be in the fight much more than Richard Hitchison is getting involved in the fight itself. I think he is. He knows his position in this fight. He understands Richard Hitchison now. Um, but Liam Paro can still do a lot of good work here. Let's see how this fight ends up right here, right now. So definitely, that's a good shot. Good shot. Ooh, all right, back to this Liam Paro fight. I'm also watching this UFC shit on the side here. Nice shot by Richard Hitchison, Liam Paro. They come out. Nice shot, 1-2 straight down the pike. Liam Paro is pressure coming forward, trying to put a lot of pressure on Richard Hitchison. And Richard Hitchison, they tie up. Liam Paro right now, flicking out the jab. Oh, he just snapped back. Richard Hitchison just snapped back Liam Paro's head right there with that nice little stiff jab. Oh, nice straight right by Richard Hitchison. Another straight 1-2 straight down the pike. Richard Hitchison is doing the better of the work right now in these rounds right here. He really is. Liam Paro is, he's being active, but don't confuse activity with effectiveness. Don't confuse him, throwing these punches and flicking out that jab right there with him being an effective puncher. I believe right now the more effective puncher out of the two is Richard Hitchison right now. He's really landing at a higher rate, a connect rate from what I'm watching right now. Absolutely, he is. Really is. So, mm, wow. Wow. He, they're like, feels like they're both taking like the round off. They're both like rocking back and forth, throwing little shots like that, like you know what I mean. But both fighters right now have got to close the show. They really do. In the sense of which one or what fighter is gonna like. Oh, Doug Mitchell, Bryce Mitchell, and this and Gracie. What's this? Gracie, yeah, one of the Gracie family. They in here fighting right now, and I'm watching that too. Let's see what happens when we get back from the commercial break of this one. And Roberto Ramirez is 4 minutes and 18 seconds away from top rank over here on this one. So, yeah, we're gonna switch over to Roberto and Espinoza. You guys know how I felt about this fight. I think it's gonna be one of the fights, if not fight of the year, at candidate. It definitely has a potential for one of those kind of fights. And I'm gonna be paying attention to this fight right here. Hopefully, we get a winner out of the um fight over here with and they're showing highlights right now. Why is it this over here? This event being and I'm not seeing it anymore. What's going on? Did I hit something wrong here? Because now my Robersi in the first fight, Espinoza threw 995 punches. 995 punches in that fight he threw. Jesus Christ. Robersi has his work cut out for him tonight. You know, and Espinoza, look at him. He 6'1" at 120. That's just a freak of nature right there. How do you fight that? How the hell are you 6'1" at 120? Why are you in my weight division? That's unheard of. Like, what the hell are you doing here? Talk about the Flacos of the world. Flacco. Yeah, man. He's backstage right now getting ready. They got a minute and 56 seconds ready to go off. And this fight is really starting to irk me right now. What is going on in the Liam Paro Lamont Richard fight? My shit froze. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. Let me know. Robersi is starting to make his ring walk, so I wanted to switch over anyway and start paying attention to this fight. But I do want to see what the hell happens to the Liam Paro and Richard Hitchison fight. I didn't watch this much of the fight to give up on the fight. What the hell is going on here? Why isn't what the hell is going on? The event has finished. Did Liam Paro or this dude knock this dude out? Was I behind? What's up? You're from where? Argentina? What's up? How you doing in the building? How you doing out there? Thank you for tuning in. Yo, I think that Liam Paro fight is over with. Hmm. Oh shit, here comes Espinoza walking down to the ring. Robersi already went in. Here comes Espinoza. Oh. Bryce Mitchell just knocked him out. Elbow to the face. And then bing bang. It was over for the UFC. Congratulations, Bryce Mitchell. He got brutally knocked out. I believe in his last appearance, he got like scorched by the UFC champion. In fact, right now. Wait a minute. Bryce Mitchell is about God and Jesus. And what's this necklace around his neck with all these? That's not very godlike. Yes, unfortunately, I'm sorry, people. Unfortunately, you guys are gonna have to let me know who won this Liam Paro versus Richard Hitchison fight. Apparently, now this shit is not streaming up for me, so I seem to have lost this fight. I don't know what the hell's going on with that, but it just froze. I think I was behind, and when I went to like press the button, it might have fast forward all the way, and now it was like over. So now I gotta wait for it to on the streaming app to like reset it, and then I could watch it again. But it takes that few minutes or whatever for us to be able to watch it again. And I think I was actually behind or something. And now when I hit the button to speed it up, it sped all the way up to the end of the fight and it's over with. Now I'm a little confused on that. But it's gonna let me watch it again later. But I'm pissed that I didn't get to see it now. And now that Robesi's getting in the ring right now, I'm about to just shut that down. But good luck to whoever wins out there in Puerto Rico versus Liam Paro, Richard Hitchison. You guys gotta let me know who won on that. Let's focus the attention here to little volume here on this one.
Introduce
We're basically eighth round, bro. Oh shit! Oh shit! Notre Dame Sports Talk. Come on, guys, get your predictions in. Oh, I stepped out of it. Front line, Robesi, eighth round. Ah, ah. Espinoza stopped Robesi in the 10th round. Espinoza, Rafael Espinoza. I got Rafael Espinoza 10th round. Yo, he's got Robesi, front line, Armando. Armando, who you got? Oh man. Listen, guys, you guys have messed up this edition of Round One Sports Talk with the Notre Dame's belts because you guys fell asleep on it. You guys let me fall asleep today on it, and this is you guys' fault. All right. Um, but I'm gonna win it anyway. It doesn't really matter because I'm gonna show you right now. Um, um, let's see if we can call this Robesi fight right here, and then we get to the main event with Navarrete and I'm on Valdez. This is the IBF Notre Dame's World Championship. The IBF, but I mean the IBO, IBO. I like this fight anyway, so I wanted to like guess it. Here we go. Bessie is like being real cautious of his length. He's fighting it good. He's slipping up his jab and everything. He knows that Robert's fighting like Roberti right now. He's not showing any signs of holding back. Good jab from Espinoza. Pops the jab out. Robertson starts in with the body shot. Good movement by Robertson, man. Good footwork. Looking good right now. Espinoza flicks out that jab. Snap, snap, snap. Espinoza got that long jab, man, huh? That shit is long out there. And Robertson just circling out right now, circling more. Let me just turn this down right here. I could just call this fight like that. That way my I don't feel like the volume of my voice is getting cut off by the volume of their commentators, but I can call a fight myself pretty well. Um and Espinoza right now. Oh, nice, nice, good defense by both fighters. Both fighters really like um, getting a feel for each other. Both fighters are familiar with each other already. This is basically round 13 right here. And Espinoza being the one just, stalking Robersi and Robersi circling, 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 and Espinoza is in the center of the ring and he's just basically following Robersi's movement. Robersi's changing up levels right now and he's going downstairs more this fight right here early in the fight than last fight I'm watching right now. It's been a couple punches downstairs to the body, and he's really giving Espinoza things to think about where that he's changing the angles of his punches. He's just not throwing his punches straight. He's looping some punches, he's throwing some punches straight, and he's countering downstairs to the body. That was a pretty good, interesting round right there where both fighters, I felt, you know, felt out each other, even though they have hit the mitts behind the scenes and so forth. They're still haven't warmed up to boxing speed yet. So I expect these two level high skill guys to get it popping a little bit sooner than your normal fighter. So I would say 2, 3, round 2 or 3. I think they're gonna really step up a little bit more, and we'll start to see how the fight starts to play itself out that way right there. But I got Hitchison by decision. He said, "What the fuck? I didn't get the unanimous decision by Hitchison. Yo, did he win? Did Richard Hitchison win? Whoa, that elbow was close." Espinoza first round. You guys gave the first round to Espinoza. You got Espinoza. What's that say? That say 11-1. Are my eyes that bad? Stop it. That says 11. Robersi right now. Oh, nice. It looks like a clash of heads right there. Nice, nice, nice. Robersi slipping that left straight down. And Espinoza has been flicking out his jab, but he hasn't really been, landing anything, I think, effectively to Robersi. Robersi's just been circling out pretty well. Espinoza's been stalking him, but Robersi, for the most part, has been evading his jab and throwing his left hand straight down. I would like to Robersi to utilize that jab a little bit more, but as you can see, that Espinoza's got that right hand cocked. He's waiting for him to throw that jab so that he can come over the top with his right hand, Espinoza. So Robersi seems to be aware of that. So the way that he's utilizing his jab is in certain situations. Robersi, he's out on the outside of Espinosa's punches, so that he can slip them and move out of the way, because he believes that he'll be faster to close the distance. Espinoza, I mean Robersi, sorry, Robersi will close the distance faster. He thinks. Now that was a good exchange right there. That's the kind of exchange I want to see by both men. Both men threw their power shot right there. Both seem to wear it well. And I think Espinoza is going to, he's expecting, I could kind of see it. He's expecting to beat Robersi in the later rounds. Nice shot, nice straight right by Espinoza. Robersi wore it well. Robersi just rode with that shot right there. Robersi is still circling. Good uppercut by Espinoza. Espinoza hit Robersi pretty good right there, flicking out his jab. Pop, pop. Okay. Okay. Wow. But I got, he said, but I got, yo, where the hell is that fight? I need to know the outcome of the Richard Hitchens and Liam Paro fight, man. What the hell is going on? Yeah, that fight is over with. Damn, man. I gotta wait for it to reset in order to watch it again. What the fuck? I'm upset with that. But here we go. Oh, he almost swung that elbow. He's throwing a lot of elbow. He's framing off and hitting Robersi with that little Robersi got to watch out with them pointy ass elbows. It'll split him open. Good shot by Robersi right now. Robersi's popping that right jab out there. He just flicked out the right jab downstairs to the body. Espinoza is stalking him. He's really just following him. He's throwing out that jab. While that jab is long, man. That shit is long, bro. And Robersi just got to keep moving his head. Got to keep remembering not to keep it at the center line. I think that punch was pretty good, Robersi. He complained about a low punch, but Robersi right now, um, he's got to keep changing those levels like he's doing. He's bending his knees good, you know, and he's got Espinoza second guessing on throwing his punches. But as he's being a little bit too predictable now, Robersi. He's got to not do the same thing too many times. Just bending your knees like that, too many times, he's gonna time you. You got to do a little bit more. Make him forget the bending of the knees there and go side to side and circle out. Work off your jab. Dip underneath and come in, hit, tie up probably, because typically when you do that, you're gonna end up tying up. So Robersi really gotta keep them guessing, keep them guessing, keep them guessing. Don't get too predictable. He's doing good. He's doing good right now. There's not so many things he's doing wrong. But rather than just not being so predictable in some exchanges. Um, oh, nice shot by Robersi. That was a good shot. I like that shot right there. Nice, nice. That was a nice straight left hand right there. Robersi. Nice. Robersi just came over the top. Espinoza wants to get these punches back because Robersi just hit him. And Espinoza's coming in now. Robersi's hitting him a couple times. Robersi's having a lot of fun in there. He's trying to fight Espinoza's ego right now and trying to get Espinoza to open up and make a mistake. Robersi and Espinoza staying calm. He's staying calm. He's staying the course. Bing, bing. He got hit with a few shots, but Espinoza's like, I've been hit with punches before. We're still fighting. And he's going forward, going forward. And Robersi can't keep fighting going backwards all night because that's got to be exhausting. The fact that Espinoza's going forward and Robersi's the one going backwards, that in itself can be exhausting. Robersi at some points he's got to turn the tide. He's got to stand his ground and kind of put Espinoza on his back foot. Um, Espinoza is when you can see that he's taking Robersi's punches and keeps coming forward, that's it's a little bit, you know, you're gonna have to keep hitting him, hitting him, hitting him with those shots. And at some point, you're gonna have to stand your ground, um, have him come in, grab, try to grab you, frame off, push him back, and that's when you to start to turn the tide and you start to take steps forward rather than steps backwards. It also depends how strong he feels Espinoza is, whether or not it's time to do that because the fight is still early. Espinoza can be still fairly strong. So, I'm not in the ring. I don't know when he wants to do that. But for right now, once again, Espinoza got him going backward. Espinoza throwing the uppercut or and he just shot an overhand right. And Robersi bending the knees right now, evading some of Espinoza's punches. And Espinoza right now, really keeping Robersi at the end of his punches. And he's trying to go in right now. He hit it with a body shot. Robersi rolled with a couple of the shots. Some of the shots came good. That body shot was pretty clean. But Robersi took the punches well. And right now he's bending the knees, trying to get underneath the much taller fighter, getting him to try to overextend is what Robersi is looking for, to try to go in between his shots, go over the top and hit him with a big shot. Robersi's he stood tall in this sequence right here. He blocked some shots. I don't like the sequence where Robersi goes in the high guard. Nice good uppercut by Robersi, and Espinoza comes in with a 1-2 of himself. It seems like when Robersi knows he hits him, he smiles, and when it gets his attention, Espinoza's demeanor and his face, he's not in there for that. He's like, okay, you got a shot. Like you never landed a punch in a fight year in your life or something. And Espinoza just continued to do work, continued to go forward. He's starting to put his punches together. Robersi swung and came up big, missed big right there. Espinoza right now is on the attack, and he just lets go a right hand, misses over the top as Robersi flicks out the jab. And Robersi, wow, Espinoza's coming in again, pounding shots on Robersi's side, partially blocked by Robersi. Mm-mm-mm. They both men trading. Robersi, Espinoza is all business, as you can see, guys. He's really all business. Robersi seems to be a little bit more control, which, smiling and looking at the referee. He just landed a big shot over the top. Robersi on Espinoza's side of his head, you know, um, and Robersi, he's doing good work right now. He just got to stay focused. I think Robersi did some good work right there in that round. He's just got to stay the course. He's got to believe in his training, and he can't, think that the same thing's going to happen. What happened in the last fight, and that's asking a lot from a fighter. For the fighter not to remember what happened in the first fight. You were doing well, you dropped the guy, and this guy comes back to beat you. Really, that's what happened. What the hell happened? I was winning the fight, so that mental part of boxing and fighting does play a factor. So Robersi has to really believe in his training. He has to. And not worry about gassing out because he's going to get himself mentally tired, you know. And he has to stay the course. Yes, so let's see. So far this fight has been very competitive. Um, and here we go. It's the action starts again. Robersi takes the center of the ring. Espinoza's pushing him back a little bit, flicking out the jab. Nothing's really landed. Robersi starts to circle out, and Espinoza's still in his face, standing in front of him. And Robersi changing levels right now. Robersi has to stay focused. He has to stay in this fight right here. Espinoza's a big puzzle to figure out. His height and length is just, it's a conundrum by itself, man. It's like shit. He shouldn't be this tall, this long fighting you at this weight. Yo, the elbow. Robersi, bro. Don't fucking laugh at him. Bomb. Nice hit. Fight. Bow down on your mouthpiece, Robersi. Robersi's he seems like to be the kind of fighter that he gets embarrassed in some situations in the ring, or he's more in his mind about appearance or what he wants the crowd to think he's feeling like in the ring. He needs to get mad in there, mean. Nice, good. Espinoza seems to have Robersi in this corner right here. Robersi, he's cutting him off and he's hitting him with long shots. And typically, when Robersi can get away with things like this on your typical guy, Roberto, you typically can get away with these things. With this guy being a freak of nature right here and being so long, that some of the things that Roberto was, gets away with a guy more along around his height and reach and stuff, he's not getting away with Espinoza. So those are some things that he has to be aware of, and the way that he circles out of these corners and the way that he pulls back on Espinoza, because he can hit you from a lot better different range. He hit him with a big shot right there. Espinoza took the shot well. Roberto wants this title back. He's gonna have to fight this man. He definitely is gonna have to fight this man. And Espinoza has not been landing like I thought he would be in this fight. So kudos to Rabesi for really making it a better, more interesting fight. He's moving around more. And we haven't got to the rounds yet where, you know, people started getting dropped, right? So yeah, absolutely. We're gonna have to see as this fight progresses. Let's see though. I saw Robesi take a deep breath at the end of that round. So let's see where that ends up and how that plays out. That was a late horn in the Amparo fight. The fuck happened there? What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? Espinoza did what? What happened with Robesi? I looked over for a second. What the fuck has happened? What the hell just happened? No. I was checking on one fight. I looked over to the other. It's over. What do you mean? What happened? Did he just knock out Robersi? What the Well, let me see. What the hell? What was that? What the fuck was that? What was that? Well, no, we got to get some volume. Hold on. I need an explanation. His eye. He might have broke his orbital bone. What the fuck was that? Oh, there was an elbow in the fifth round. That's what they say. And he couldn't see. That just did it for Espinoza and Robersi. Robersi will not be getting another shot at that belt. There goes your opportunity. No matter, unfortunately, what happened in the fight, whether it was an elbow, whatever. Once Rafael Espinoza retains the title, yeah, Robert's not going to get another shot at that, and whether or not he's ever going to be a champion again. Um, what the fuck, Roberts, bro? How do you guys feel about that? Did he quit? Was it an elbow? We got to see. I didn't see the elbow. I didn't listen for the Notre Dame's World Championship. Here's the main event. This is what we've been waiting for all night to get to this fight. Give me your predictions in right now. Who do you got? Navarrete or Valdez? Uh, I got Navarrete, unanimous decision. I got Navarrete, unanimous decision. I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to be the same fight. Now, that eye looks bad, but I've seen worse. In the fourth round, he said he gave me a couple of elbows. Wow. Front line says Valdez. Front line Valdez. He split decision. He's got Valdez on this. Lionheart, what you got? I win. You're 2 for 2, but on the wrong side. Yeah, I'm doing great, man. I am doing great. Yo, anybody know who won the Liam Power fight? Because I might have won that one right there. I might have won it. You never know. All right. Oh my God, I can't believe he gave up on that fight like that, bro. And Yanks. Who is that guy? We don't know who that guy is. He comes in, he steps in every now and then. We hear his comments, Dan Yates. You know what I'm saying? You know. The wrong side. Going to sleep. El Sleepo. Listen, damn. Cyril Gane and my man over here in the UFC are on the floor wrestling around. Doesn't look like a lot of power punches there. But Stan, since you're here, who do you have? Navarrete, Valdez. What round? When does the fight stop? How does it go? Got to pick a round in particular. I got Navarrete, unanimous decision, front line. He must be drinking that poquito. He got Valdez on a split decision. I don't know that that's just not gonna happen, right? So I need what to do to do with no pack because the fight was trash. Well, Sabia's coming back for it. He's fighting a title eliminator. Sabia will be on the he's gonna be the co-main event to the Edgar Berlanga fight card, I think it is. I wanted to report on that, but Subriel's opponent hasn't been announced yet, so I don't even know who he's going to be fighting. So I kind of felt like reporting it wouldn't really do anything because there was just so many moving parts, to completely say that yeah he was going to. Yeah, I think it was more of a shot. Let's see. You think Valdez gets stopped before the ninth? This stand guy, let's put him down. You know what I mean? Stan says Valdez goes down ninth, so that means Navarrete wins by the ninth. So he has Navarrete ninth round. Okay. Armando is drinking that moonshine, that straight moonshine, straight out the bottle. So he has Valdez KO ninth round, which he is straight drinking the moony, the shiny. I mean, I think he he needs to go to boxing AA because his boxing call out skills are not happening. The only person that has the right call here in this entire card is that guy at the top, Round One Sports Talk, Edwin. Now that guy right there, he's very intelligent. Yo, bro, lie. What the hell? I don't know. Damn, man, Robesi, man. Yo, what happened in the Cyril Gahn fight? I don't know, man. Robesi, man. There's gonna be a lot of doubt about your warrior pedigree. It's gonna come into question. Did you give up in the fight? It looks like more like it was a lot on the line that it was a punch that caused that. And if it was a punch and it was later really deemed that, regardless, Espinoza puts this chapter behind him and now he can go forward without one of his potential opponents being Roberto Ramirez. Roberto Ramirez being 5'6", what was he, 5'6", 5'7", whatever, and Espinoza being 6'1", you could clearly see the disadvantage, which I talk about being, yeah, in a way, uh, this could be a problem for Leo Yainaway. You know, even shorter than Roberti, but I believe Leo Yainaway is a much explosive fighter than him. What happened with Cyril Gahn here? Why is he limping? So, yeah, so, I was keeping close attention on who won this fight because typically whoever was the WBO world champion, right? Wait a minute. Typically, whoever the WBO world champion at 126 was, I always said, Naoya Inoue's way in. Oh, Cyril Gahn won that fight still? Wow. Okay. So, because when you have the WBO World Championship, there's a rule inside of the structure of the WBO Championship that says that you can fight the existing champion in the above weight division. So whoever has that WBO World Championship at 126 could potentially be his next opponent. Now that Espinoza retains the championship at 126, it could be a future potential fight for Naoya Inoue. And that would be a really big puzzle for a fighter such as Naoya Inoue. Uh, Although I could clearly see that Naoya Inoue is a much more skilled fighter, I'm not sure how he takes Espinoza's punches. As you can see, Espinoza seems to have snapped Roberto Ramirez's eye socket there back, and apparently he couldn't see straight, so he hits hard enough. And it hasn't been deemed that it was an elbow. He's saying that it was an elbow, Roberto, but I'm not sure if it was. I haven't seen any clear evidence that shows that so far that it was an elbow. They're showing highlights on it right here. I'm looking right there. Boom, he hit him with a good shot. And then Espinosa's like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. He won. Okay. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Yo, yo, yeah. So it's a GoFundMe for my tissues. What about your tissues? You know what I'm saying? Stop it, because you didn't win neither. Okay, none of y'all won. Okay, so don't even say that I'm crying over here. All right, because um, and if you send the GoFundMe, make sure at least you send the money to my account. All right, so that I can buy the tissues, because I'm gonna have to buy a bigger supply for Frontline. All right, because Frontline ain't been able to call any of these fights at all. So he hasn't been champion here at Round One Sports Talk. Okay, so apparently he don't know what he's talking about. But as for me, all right, I think I called Espinoza. Let me see. Let me see. Didn't I say Espinoza? Did I not say Espinoza? Let's uh let's check the paperwork. The paperwork don't lie, right? Yeah, right there. Yep, yep. Okay, yep. Edwin Espinoza, whatever round it was that he stopped him in. That's exactly what I said right there. So obviously, I mean, it's right there. Paperwork doesn't lie. You know what I mean? There's no need to fact check me on that. No need to fact check that. Just take my word for it. Okay? What the hell are you guys doing? Clicking. Edwin, what the hell you get started over here, man? What the hell's this? What's all this right here? What's going on? The hell? This is it. This is it. Do we got everybody's predictions in for this last fight right here? The main event, Navarrete Valdez. Who do you guys have? You know, of course, I won the Liam Paul Richard Hitchison prediction. Whatever it was, I won. Uh, so Navarrete Valdez, I got Navarrete unanimous decision. Front line doesn't really matter what he says because we know he's gonna lose. He's got a split decision. The Stan guy got the ninth round out. He must be smoking that good. And then Armando got Valdez in the ninth round. Did you see that eye, Navarrete? After they could have stopped the fight for that eye. That shit was shut, bro. They were like, no, he could see. He's good. They were like, how many fingers am I holding up? The guy in the first row was yelling. He's got two fingers. He was like, two. Good enough for me. Like, yo, that eye was shut completely, bro. I think Navarrete might stop him this fight. If I think that the fight was bad, the first fight, I think he might just stop him this fight. Mhm. That's how I pick. Listen, let me tell you right now, right? Oh, nice shots. They're showing some highlights of Valdez right now in his like glory days. Let me step over here real quick and check on this before these fights start. If you guys got any predictions in before the fight starts, get them in now. Oh shit, the UFC is kicking off their fights too right now too. This is gonna be a barn burner. Got this Irish fighter, two undefeated fighters right now entering the ring for the UFC. I was kind of like watching that one on the side too. Uh, this is a big fight for the UFC right here. Two top undefeated prospects right here making their way to championship. Um, Probably whoever wins this fight right here is gonna probably get a title fight in the UFC. Um, Let me hear a little bit of this. Just wanna this is Ian Gary's biggest fight of his career. He doesn't take it like the biggest fight of his career. Look at Navarrete. He stays ready. That's probably Ian Gary's probably biggest test up to date. This is such a big fight for the UFC right here, and it's not even a title fight. It feels like a title fight though. Both of these guys can be world champion in the UFC. So if you're watching that, um, that's a really good fight right there. As we anticipate the ring walk for the Navarrete and Valdez. Both men are warming up, loosening up in the locker room. They should be making their ring walk any minute now. While that kicks off, this Ian Gary in the UFC, I'm watching that on the side monitor, and yeah, when I this is a big fucking fight, bro. Too. As far as the UFC fights, this is a 50-50 fight. I wouldn't know which guy to take on this. Ian Gary, he's on a tear right now in the UFC, but his opponent is on a tear as well. Um, I don't know who to take in this fight. Uh, may the best man win, I guess. Here goes my boy right here, Rob Ma. How do you say his name? Let me see. My boy is like he knows it. He knows it. This is his championship fight. You win this fight right here, you are getting a shot at that title. Both men know. Both men know. Shaka Ramada. Shaka Ramada. He has a tricky name there, but very tough fighter for the UFC. Ranked number 3, surprisingly, for as much talent that is in that weight division that they're fighting in. That goes to show you. This Ramada guy though, he's taking out his fair share of UFC contenders himself. Ian Garrett, you know, I would say his competition of late has been a lot better than what he started in the UFC. He did have a card where he took a late replacement, short notice opponent. So both men were on the same. When you take a fight on short notice, you too are at a disadvantage because you haven't made a game plan for the guy that you're gonna fight on short notice. Just like he's at a disadvantage. It's all up to whether or not he was in shape enough to really take the fight to Earing Garrett. But he looked like he was game. He was game to fight on that night. So this fight right here for them is a big fight in the UFC, and I want to see who wins in this fight as well. As far as Navarrete and Valdez, as you can see, or you're going to see, there's a lot of Mexican legends in the crowd right now at their fight. As you can see, the Mexican legends and fight fans are behind this fight. Both fighters being from Mexico, representing Mexico. So Mexico stands to win tonight. Whether whoever wins tonight, Mexico wins tonight. Okay. So a lot of the old Julio Cesar Chavez is there. He's commentating for the Latin viewers and stuff. And a lot of Mexican champions are in attendance, like on the first fight. They were in attendance as well. For Mexico, this is a big fight. These are two top of their fighters in this weight division. So let's see how good this fight really turns out to be. I can't wait. I have Navarrete unanimous decision in this fight. I believe that it's going to go to the scorecards. Um, if not, I would not be surprised if any man gets stopped in this fight. Um, but something tells me we're going to go to the scorecard and we're going to get a great, amazing, knocked out, drag bagged out fight. Both of these men are there to fight. I think that Oscar Valdez, he might have decided that if the fight is slipping away from him, he's going to take chances. And by doing so, he could get knocked out. I believe out of the both men, Valdez and Navarrete, Navarrete is the more power puncher between the two of them. I believe he holds the bigger punch. He's the more awkward of the both fighters, and he's really hard to get a beat on and to get him to read. As you can see when he fought fighters, you know, that were unorthodox, just like him, the fight didn't really live up to expectation because of the unorthodox of both fighters. But in this case, where you got Valdez, that he's more of a boxer, he has counter punching ability, where that at least Valdez will try to counter off of his boxing style. So, yes, the belt is on the line, of course, and we have ourselves a fight. I'm really shocked on how that Roberto Ramirez fight ended. I'm really shocked. Um, I'm really shocked to see that he had quit in him like that, that he couldn't fight over adversity. Yeah, your eye was bothered. Naoya Inoue had a broken orbital bone, and he was also seeing double in that fight. And he found a way to stay in the fight, and not only stay in the fight, but win the fight. And that speaks to how tough your fighter really is. That's not going to look well in tomorrow's papers. With Roberto Ramirez, I don't think that fight is going to age well neither. And people are going to probably question his heart coming into his next fight. Is this something he wants to do? Espinoza, I listen, has his number. And the UFC fights kicked off right now. Both men are in the center of the ring, and they are um, starting their matchup. Here we go. We got this main event kicking off right now. Navarrete, Vale, Valdez, 33 years old. How do you guys see this fight coming out right now? You think Valdez can do something different in this fight? Do you think that he's gonna be able to uh switch up and make the adjustments in this fight from the first fight? Uh Navarrete looked great on the weigh-in. His body looked more together than it did in previous fights, where that his body looked like it had more fat on the sides. Um, when he would throw his punches, you could see like his flaps on his sides like wiggling and shit. Um, Here, when I saw him on the scale, here he is. He has a record of what is it, 38, 2, and 31 knockouts, 29 years old. He's 5'7". He weighed in at 129 pounds. Okay. He's 0-1-1 in his last two fights, with the draw being the draw. He had the draw and then he had the loss. Okay. In his last two fights. So, tonight he is defending his title at this weight division. He tried to move up and failed. So now here he is back at his weight division. And maybe that's why he looked a little bit more sluggish because of moving up and staying here at this weight division. And let's see how he performs with the surgery off of his left hand. Let's remember that Navarrete is coming off of a hand surgery on his left hand. So I want you to pay attention to that because his left hand could break in this fight. I don't know how his left hand healed and if it healed in the time frame. I'm not sure. I can't say that everybody heals the same, and that his hand doesn't break or that it does hold up. What kind of break did he have? Was it really bad? Was it, we've talked about this. So that's a lot. And since I'm not I'm not his fucking doctor or I wasn't there in the x-ray room, I can't tell you how bad his hand was broken. So those are things I would have to kind of like guess. You know what I mean? I'm guessing, just pay attention to his left hand. See if he stops throwing it in the fight, and that's probably why, because of that surgery, and the first round kicks off right now, and they exchange big in the middle of the ring right now. Oscar Valdez swings, Navarrete swings, and Navarrete with his awkward fighting style already, he starts to throw punches, and Valdez is coming right for him. Nice, good hook shot. Both men exchange. Valdez seems to went back a little bit more on the punch. Navarrete's punches look slower, but believe me, they're heavy. They are heavy. And Valdez quickly in the start of this fight is trying to get Navarrete's attention and respect in this fight. He's trying to show him that he has power and that he's going to back him up early. Valdez is off to a quick start, and Navarrete is circling, working the jab, popping the jab out again, like in the first fight. That's something different. Valdez started going the other way, hit him downstairs to the body. There's a different adjustment he didn't do in the first fight. He's going the opposite way now, not continues doing the same thing, coming over with the right good. Valdez is getting out of the way of some of these big punches Navarrete's throwing, and Navarrete's a little off balance and overextending on some of his punches. Not all of them, but some. Valdez is sitting down on that hook, on that left check hook, and he's really ripping those body shots right now. Good, 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 good. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Good shot. Nice. Tie up. Good, 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 good. Valdez is looking a lot faster than Navarrete right now. Navarrete, though, when he hits those shots, oh my God, what happened? He knocked him down? They're counting it? Ooh, ooh. Now Valdez is coming. Navarrete's coming out swinging big. And Valdez, oh, 1-2 straight down. Oh, that last 1-2 straight down really looked like it hurt Valdez. Navarrete sat down on that punch. All right, he doesn't look phased. He went back to the corner. He says, "No, I'm good." Oh no, that was a good knockdown. That was a good knockdown. That was a good knockdown. Yes, it was. Boop boop. Nah, those punches are heavy, baby. Navarrete stole that round. That was a legit knockdown. Yeah. All that good work that Valdez was doing in that round, Navarrete took that all around. So that was you must award him a 10-8 round for that round. You have to award him a 10-8 round. So technically Navarrete's up 2 rounds to 0 right now in the first, if you want to look at it like that. That was a legit law knockdown. Oh, Navarrete's punches just look heavier. He just looks like the bigger man. He's really pounding on Valdez. Valdez is giving everything he got. He's trying to hit Navarrete with his biggest punches, but it doesn't really seem to be affecting Navarrete his punches. And then Navarrete, hits a couple jabs, recentered, charges up his energy, and then he's gonna come out and try to just smash Valdez on the side of the head. Good body shot by Navarrete. Went downstairs. Valdez is standing in there. And nice shot by Valdez. Straight right. Caught him right on the chin. Navarrete not phased by none of his power or his shots at all. Good shot by Valdez. Nice jab. Really snapped Navarrete's head back there. Good shot. Valdez is landing that jab pretty good right now. And here comes Navarrete. And Valdez grabbed him, shut that shit down. Valdez right now, see, this is how he has to work. Snapping that jab continuously, the way he's working it. And he's got to avoid some of Navarrete's big shots. He's got to learn how to deal with that power. And he's got to be there for his defense. He can't stay and trade. Oh, he's getting touched up against the ropes. Navarrete's dropping big shots on him. Big shots. Valdez swings back. Check hook. Valdez, Navarrete. Oh, headbutt. Clash of heads on the inside there. Swinging, both men swinging a little wild. That's going to happen. Valdez, shoots the jab. Navarrete steps in with a jab of his own. And Navarrete hits the body. Valdez is really trying here. He's really trying to get Navarrete's respect in this fight. He's really trying to hit him with something to discourage him from unleashing those big shots, right? But it seems like when Valdez hits him with a big shot of his own, it gets Navarrete mad, and Navarrete goes in and drops some big shots on him. So you're damned if you do, or you're damned if you don't. There's a pretty good round right there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that round right there. Which way? Who do you think won that round right there? I That round could have went either way. I think both men did good work in the round. Um, I think that Valdez did enough work early on in the round. He was snapping his jab, really landing a few good punches. Um, Navarrete, argumentatively, you can say that he landed the bigger of the punches of the round, maybe, because it really didn't look like Navarrete's punches are doing anything. I mean, Valdez's punches are doing anything to Navarrete. It doesn't look like his punches are really moving Navarrete or in anything. Valdez has been sitting down on his punches too, for the most part. Uh, but he has been blocking a lot of Navarrete's shots, rolling with a lot of his punches. Besides the knockdown, those were the cleanest punches Navarrete did land on Valdez. So let's see how the fight plays out. And right away, Valdez tries to come in and swing first. Valdez is swinging big first right now, still trying to back up Navarrete, gain his respect in the fight. Navarrete circling out, circling out. He popped the jab out there a little bit. but I don't really think that Valdez has enough power to hurt Navarrete so far. If Navarrete starts to fade and Valdez keeps the power that he has, maybe in the later rounds he might be able to hurt him. But straight like this, it doesn't seem like he has enough power to back him up. Where that Navarrete's throwing these shots and he's getting big reactions out of Valdez, and he also has him backing up. There's the difference right now. Um, Besides the knockdown, no man has really landed something of significance or really damaging the other opponent. Not yet in the fight, anyway. See, that's what Navarrete's trying to do. He's Navarrete. Good, 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 good. Now Valdez, this is what Valdez is trying to do. Valdez is trying to hit like the 1-2, the jab and the straight right, get in, get out. That's his kind of his game plan. He doesn't want to exchange with Navarrete. He's working off of his jab, but as soon as he throws, his power shot, Valdez, I'm sorry, Valdez, he wants to get in and get out. Doesn't want to hang around in the pocket with Navarrete because he's obviously the bigger of the two punchers. So that's what you want to do. You want to get yours, want to get out, minimum damage. Use your high guard, use roll with some of the punches, you know. You got to decide when you get in and out. Don't stick around just because you missed your first two punches and you're trying to get some work done on the inside. You can get caught. Nice, nice 1-2 over the top. Valdez lands. Navarrete comes back strong, landing some big shots. Really, really, really punching through the punch. Navarrete. So when he finishes throwing his punches, he's going to be off balance. He's not going to be in the right position to really throw the next big punch, typically. Um, Valdez got to make some adjustments, some reads. Nice, nice. Valdez right here just sat back on his punch. Navarrete really head hunting at the closing seconds of that round. They should take Navarrete's hands off the ropes. Valdez got knocked down, Edwin. Carlos said Valdez is getting knocked out. Wait a minute. We got Carlos back in the building talking about the fight. When Carlos did not make a prediction for this fight. I'm going up. I'm looking. What? Navarrete by knockout on the 11th. Oh, Carlos got Navarrete by knockout in the 11th. He did. He did. Carlos did make his prediction, and he did. The Carlos. Nice, nice, nice. Both men really meeting each other at the center of the ring right now. Both men utilizing their jab. Navarrete shoots the 1-2 straight down. He pops him straight down. And Valdez right now, he looks a lot better than he did in the first fight so far. So far. That was a sneaky body shot by Navarrete. Valdez gotta be alert. What was that? He stumbled back. Ah. Another headbutt. Navarrete's footwork is trash, bro. He does so many things as a boxer with his footwork that should not be allowed. He crosses his feet. He stands up in a T. Everything you tell your boxer not to do, Navarrete does. Mm-mm-mm. Look, 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 look. Look at Navarrete's foot placement. It's crazy. Look at Valdez. Boxer's foot plate. Look, his feet don't move from there. Off the ball of his feet. He shifts his back foot when he goes to like parry or nice, good exchange. Both men are exchanging in the middle of the ring. Oh, Navarrete catches him big. He's got Valdez in a world of trouble. Oh, Valdez went down. Valdez is complaining like, yo, no, I got pushed. No, you got caught with a punch on the way down. Woohoo! Down goes Valdez again for the second time in the fight, and they're counting it as a knockdown. He can complain all he wants. You better keep your head in the fight. And for the most part, Navarrete right now is letting both of his hands go. Doesn't seem like he has any problem with the hand he had surgery on, which is the left hand. So if you notice, that's the hand to look out for. Valdez has been getting caught, with some big shots. It's just that you can blatantly see that his Navarrete shots are a lot heavier. Wow, that I'm not sure if that was a knockdown like that so much as I mean, he was hurt, but ooh, they really mixing it up in the ring now. Uh Valdez and Navarrete really exchanging it. Valdez might have got Navarrete's attention. It seems like Navarrete was going backwards a little bit there. And Valdez straight, nice. Straight right hand. Uh what the hell was that, Navarrete? He really throws all his punch all shoulder. Navarrete. He doesn't have that torque from his feet and his hips. He's like all shoulder, like he pushes the punch. And if he punches that hard like that, imagine if he had better form. And but this far in his career, you're not going to change the man. You're not. You might as well just let him be who he is. Yeah, and then he throws off going forward. He throws punches going off his back foot, and his foot comes off the canvas. It's not like his front foot is planted. He throws punches, and his front foot is the one that goes up. That's odd. Like that. Like he's throwing the punch, and then Navarrete's footwork is just trash, bro. He gets away with it, man. He can make this weight. Bigger guy, bigger puncher. Valdez got him going backwards now. And he's just got to capitalize on some of this shit. That was a good inside punch by Valdez. And here comes Navarrete putting his punches together. Valdez just can't sit there on the inside collecting all these punches from Navarrete. He has to, like right here, see, that's good. At least if you're going in inside, make it worth it. Score something. And here comes Navarrete throwing the 1-2 straight down. Oh shit, was that his mouthpiece that just bounced out of the fucking ring? And Valdez looks hurt again. Was that his mouthpiece? Where's his mouthpiece? I think his mouthpiece flew out of the ring. Yeah, he has no mouthpiece in his mouth. Let's see if they show this here in the highlight. Yeah, there goes his mouthpiece. I knew it flew out of his mouth. That shit flew out the ring. Yeah, I knew that shit flew out of his mouth. I was like, was that his mouthpiece? That shit flew out. Damn, the Egan fight is in the 5th round. Oh, nice shot by both of these men are exchanging it big right now. But Oscar Valdez seems to be wearing it more. Navarrete is definitely the bigger of the two punchers. Valdez has caught him with some couple punches, and I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it in the fight. He got his attention in a couple situations, guys. But as far as like having enough power to really I don't think he's gonna hurt Navarrete like that. Might be accumulation of punches. Navarrete switched from lefty to righty. Like he does some awkward shit, bro. And he really falls into his punches sometimes. The things that he gets away with is because he's really big, man. Hearing Gary got this dude in all kinds of trouble, but he can't choke him out. Wow. Oh, Navarrete's banging with him. Whoa, shit. Navarrete. Oh, Valdez. Nice. Good. Valdez got to get off those ropes. Yep. Good. Meet him in the set. Yep. Good. Good. Oh, did he hurt him? Did he hurt him with that shot? No? I mean, Gary might have blew his hands out. Oh, shit. My man is going on top now. Yeah, he might have blew his hands out. Nice stiff jab by Valdez. And Navarrete hits him with a good jab too. Oh, nice good sequence combination downstairs to the body. Valdez hit him to the body. I knew it. Navarrete hit him downstairs to the body hard. I said it. Oh, it looks like he's getting stopped in the 6th round. in the 6th round. Who had the 6th round? No one. That's who. The Notre Dame World Championship stays here at Round One Sports Talk because apparently no one could call these fights. No one knew what round it was going to be. So the title stays on the shelf, and we're going to have to come back here again to see if anyone can guess these fights because apparently you can't guess them. All right. So, fight fans, Navarrete stops him in the 6th round. The UFC card is still going off. I'll stick around and watch a little bit of UFC if you guys want to stick around with me. Um, and let me know what was the outcome on that Liam Paro Richard Hitchison fight. Yeah, it's over, guys. It's over. It is over. It was a vicious body shot. He stopped him with 2 of them. In fact, he hit him with 1, and then I saw another one or something. Comes again. Oh no, just 1. Oh, the other one was a check hook to the jaw. I saw him throw another punch, but it happened so fast that body clean liver shot. The other one hit him in the jaw going down. I thought he. Oh, that was a bad body shot. And it was a clean open one. You know what I mean? Oh, he punched the life out of Oscar Valdez. Navarrete beat him for the 2nd time, defends his world championship. Congratulations, Navarrete. Great performance. He looked good in weight. He looked good in the fact of, as of Navarrete, we all know who Navarrete is. We know that he is this awkward or unorthodox fighter. We know that his footwork has always been like this, and we know who he is as a fighter. So he wins once again. He wins once again, and it goes to show you that with perseverance and following your dream as a fighter, you can become world champion, as you can see. Ian Garrett and the other dude uh are in the middle of the ring at the end of their fight. 5 rounds concluded. Uh great win for Navarrete. Great win, great win. Good body shot. Pretty good night of boxing for the most part. Damn, the fight that I really thought that was going to steal the night didn't end up stealing the night and end up being kind of a letdown, if you ask me, with Robersi quitting inside of that fight over that shot. Whether or not I'm not Robersi, whether or not that shot was a lot more damaging later in the weeks, I'm pretty sure, or tomorrow, Robersi's camp's going to release some kind of x-ray or some doctor report that, when he got hit in his eye, his fucking heart dropped right out of his asshole. It might show it on the x-ray, because you in this sport you got to be tough. You like to give out ass whoopings, but what happens when you're getting your ass whooped? Can you take the ass whooping and persevere and rise over that and become world champion? Because Robersi loves to give out ass whoopings, but it looks when shit got hard from him, he checked out in the fight. So we're going to see what a lot of people have to say about that, but you guys know what I just said about it right now and in real time, and that's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel on that fight. I talked a lot about this fight. I talked this fight up. I wanted it to be, and I thought it was going to be the fight of the night. Instead, it became the quit of the night. You know, and a lot of things are going to be they're going to question Robersi's heart. They're definitely going to question Robersi's heart. And when you got that kind of fight, they're going to say he had quit in him. So we're going to see how that goes. Ian Gary just lost his first professional fight in the UFC, and the other guy from the Kazakhstan, whatever, I'm not sure where I forget where he was from. Not Kazakhstan. It was not there. Um, I forget his nationality real quick off top. Um, so congratulations for him in the UFC as well. But yeah, there were a lot of fights tonight, and definitely some fights lived up to expectations. Other fights, not so much. Let me know what you guys thinks about these fights. Stanley, you don't come to the channel enough to come up in here and give your opinion. You were going to call the fight. We do not, oh my God. Listen, by the way, guys, Stan, that's my son, right? So he thinks he's gonna call these fights here. Like all of a sudden now, oh yeah, I said there was gonna be an early knockdown. You didn't say where, when, the how. Now he thinks he's legitimately Notre Dame over there in his house. He's sitting in the corner like this. Like in his head right now, he's a ninja. He's basically a boxing coach right now in his head. You know what I'm saying? Because his skills are phenomenal, okay? But no, 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 absolutely not. You don't get away with that here at Round One Sports Talk. Talk about I said it was gonna be an early knockout. Yeah, when? When how early would you say it? Yeah, listen, this guy. But he did say it. He did say there was gonna be an early knockout, didn't he? He did. So we're gonna give him a little bit of credit. We're gonna be to give a little credit, but we're not gonna give him too much credit because then it'll get to his head, you know. You're basically ready for the pros. Yeah, son. Yeah. What's up, Carlos? Yeah, Carlos, that's my son. That's my oldest son, Stan. Yo, let me get the lighter. Damn, Oscar, third loss of his career, second to Navarrete. Yeah, not a bad career. Not a bad career at all. You should coach Tank now. See, Stan lost his mind now. You see how what happens when you you partially think you called some shit. Now we might as well just fire Calvin Ford because Stan Lee is gonna coach Tank Davis from now on. Okay. Yeah. Look at these. What's he saying? I want to wait. Let me get some volume here.
mistakes, whatever is up, I'm willing to come back strong. Keep your head down. El público te adora, la gente está contigo. Gracias. Quiero.
a good fight. What a good fight, guys. This is was a good fight for boxing. It was a good night for Mexico. Both men went out there, gave it their all. Um, it was a competitive fight until it wasn't. Um, you know, Oscar Valdez fought a lot better and a lot closer than what the scorecards and the fight is gonna be read, because when you go back and read this fight, you're gonna see that Navarrete knocked him down 3 times in the fight in the short time that the fight was still active. So it's gonna speak to, you're gonna go back, and if you were to read it, you would say, wow, that Navarrete really dominated this fight. But unless you watch this fight, you can really see that, even with the knockdowns, Valdez was still in the fight. Valdez was still doing good work in the fight. He was connecting. Like I said, he just didn't have enough punch to back up Navarrete. Now it looks like Foster is right there, or Shasi Foster. And what is it going to be, a unification? Hopefully, you know. Um, that would be a good fight. I'm with that 100% on a unification on that. So yeah, definitely right now. Valdez, after a loss, him being up there in age and stuff, the fighters will really want to quit, but take a little bit of time off. And Valdez is still one of the top Mexican fighters in that weight division, no matter what. He's still better than 65% of the fighters in that division. So I don't think that his future is over. If it's up to him, still think he's got another fight. I'm not sure if he can win another world championship. That I'm not sure about. But as far as boxing and being there and representing the Mexico fan base and boxing, I think that Valdez can still step in the ring, still sell some tickets. I still think that the Mexican fans will back him up. So as far as that goes, I think he has a couple nice little fights in his career still in the gas tank. Shall he want to pursue that? We'll see. We'll see. Is this the last time we saw Valdez in the ring? Um, we'll find out. As for Navarrete, he successfully defends his world championship, his WBO championship, and it's on to bigger and better things for Navarrete. Navarrete defends this belt, and I think that a potential unification bout or fight should be the next fight for him. You know, um, coming off his last 2 fights into this fight, he wasn't the underdog in this fight, so everybody basically had him winning in this fight again in the rematch. So, although he's coming off 2 performances that weren't that good, he stops Valdez, in which I earlier alluded to in one of my previous videos, I believe yesterday's videos, and I thought that he would stop him in this fight. And if it went the distance, he would clearly beat him. I had Navarrete in this fight the entire way. Of course, my prediction was it was going to go 12 rounds, unanimous decision for Navarrete. Seeing that, they were more familiar with each other, I thought at some point um, Valdez wouldn't want to take too many risks, and he would confide in a moral victory going the 12 rounds with him. That's why at the end I came up with that, and I took that variation of the fight out of all the ways I've seen this fight playing out. I chose to go with the 12-round decision in the end because you sometimes you got to play it safe in these kind of fights. When both men have already experienced each other, this is a rematch. Typically, rematches fall on the line of 12-round decision. So, fight fans, I hope you guys had an amazing time here with me. hearing me cover the fights, watching me narrate these fights for you guys. Unfortunately, the Liam Paro fight, I guess I was in the rewind it. I guess I was backwards on the time, and when I pressed it forward, the fight itself was had concluded. So when I pushed it forward, it didn't let me go backwards, and I lost the freaking fight. So I'm sorry for that. I'm gonna go back later once the zone does that little load up thing where it lets you watch the fight on replay. I'll go back and I'll watch it on replay from where I watched it, and I'll tell you what I think about that. As far as all the matches tonight, good matches, great matches. We had a great night of boxing. It was just way too much boxing to tell you to be honest with you for me today. Because legitimately, from like 2 to 3 o'clock, there was boxing on TV the entire day. There were a whole bunch of fight cards throughout the world. There was a little bit too much for me to keep up with. I try to focus on the ones we were talking about and some of the bigger fights of the year. So that's the best I can do tomorrow. I probably will come down on Sunday. We're gonna do a Sunday morning breakdown. Join me. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll be on around 9ish, right around that time, and we'll break down all these fights. As of right now, the last combat sport event that is taking place is the UFC. The main event is going to kick off right now. Pantoja and this Japanese fighter. Very interesting enough, the Japanese fighter enters the UFC on his first fight in the UFC. He gets a world championship fight. Saying a lot, saying a lot. They're saying he's a two-time Japanese champion out there in Japan for the way they do their UFC thing over there. Um, I think it's cage one something. I forget what it is. And it's his debut. His debut here in the UFC. First fight, title fight against Pantoja. Pantoja has successfully defended the title already. He has 3 belts, defended it twice, won it once. Those are the 3 belts he has, right? Every time you win a belt in the UFC, they give you one. So he in his trophy room, he has to have 3 belts like that. So let's see what he does tonight, to close up the night of combat. But it was been an amazing night of fights. I had a great time. Hope you guys had a great time. Um, let me know. Crazy work. He couldn't solve that crossword puzzle. No way, Jose. Yo, Carlos, my man. Deuces, baby. Oh, I tell you, man. Good night of fighting. I'm gonna stick around and watch this UFC Pantoja, but I'm gonna turn off this live stream right here. And will join me tomorrow morning. Listen, on your way out, don't forget to smash that like button for me. Just do me a favor, hit that like button for me. If you can, share the videos, comment on the videos, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning and we'll talk more boxing. So, like always, I'm on to the next one after this one here at Round One Sports Talk. You guys have been the best. Love yourselves. Take care of yourselves out there in this world and have yourselves a good night.